Okay, guys, welcome back. Hope you had a great weekend. We had that extra day. There'll be a quiz this Friday. Okay, so today is this where we are reviewing adding integers. That's one thing that will be on the quiz. So once again, always is you should have the packet. Materials will all should have been picked up. So this packet is in your red folder. If not, you have to print out the next 2 pages. Remember, you take your notes, you write everything down. Also, you can use Kami, and some students have, which is awesome. You can just write on the document. Add integers with same sign and different sign. So that is your objective. You can write that in. You can write quizzes on Friday, and today is Tuesday. Okay, add integers with same sign and different sign. Let's get through this. Find each sum below and explain how you arrived at each answer. I want you to attempt these. I'll let you think about this one. Okay, so right now we notice there's a -4 plus a -5. So they are the same. They're both negative. So negative plus a negative will always give me a negative. And now I add them. 4 plus 5 is 9. Remember, don't forget the sign. Do not forget sign. Okay, now look at letter B. You notice that they're different. I have a positive and a negative. So they're different, which means to subtract. So right away, you're going to do 6 minus 3. And you have to take the sign of the larger number. We can even circle it to help remind you. You take the sign of the larger number. And we're going to take sign of larger number. Okay. Now let's look at the next one. I want you to try to do that one on your own. Look at the examples for above for help. And I notice that they are different. So I write different under it. And you can draw it out, means to subtract. So let's do that. 4 minus 1 is 3. And then we'll circle the sign of the larger number, which is a positive 3. Okay, so take the sign of the larger number. Okay, these are your notes. This is what should be written into your packet. Okay, so let's talk about the rule again. Same signs. Look at the example above. Okay, same signs is, okay, you add the integers and keep sign. Sorry. So, for example, -3 plus a -2. They're negative, negative, and it has to be a negative. -5. Okay, now we'll do this one. 4 plus 2. Positive plus positive always gives me a positive answer. So when it's the same signs, you add the integers and keep sign. Okay, the example right here, you guys can try on your own. I'll model some. And then these right here with the check, you have to do on your own. So right away, they're both negative plus a negative. I can write that negative symbol in so I don't lose points. 10 plus 5 is 15. Don't forget that negative sign. Once again, a negative plus a negative, they are same. I can write the word same to help me. I put the negative sign here. 4 plus 3 is 7. So remember, same, these are all same, you add. So this whole row, you should be adding and keeping the sign. Okay, now different sign is where I saw a lot of errors on the quiz, but that's okay. Different signs, okay, you subtract integers and take sign of the larger number. The larger number. Okay. Subtract integers and take sign of the larger number. Okay, make sure you have that down. You write it in your notes. Okay, you follow along. And now we go to here. Let's look at the examples. The examples are, so we have a positive and a negative. So I'm going to put a little note here. So we're going to write subtract and sign of larger number. Okay, so I notice that this is a positive, this is a negative, so I have to hit the brakes. So I'm doing 10 minus 5 is 5. And I take the sign of the larger number, I put a little there, it is a positive 5. Okay, now look at this one. Be very careful. So there's a negative and a positive, so I have to subtract. So this says 10 minus 5, but when I circle the larger number, it has a negative. So my answer has to have a negative, okay? So you can circle the larger number, that might help you. Okay, so the ones I have a check next to, you're doing that on your own, okay? So when you take this picture, those should be filled out. Okay, we are only going to do the next page, page 60. Okay, this is a little puzzle, okay? And just take your time. So right away I see negative 8 plus 2, that's a negative. And I know they're different. So we can even abbreviate, okay? You can write DIF, which is different. And you can write sub, which is subtract. So different signs. 8 minus 2 is 6. I circle the larger number, whatever's inside the circle, that's a negative. So my first answer is a negative 6. Sometimes it'd be very easy, 6 plus 8, okay? Just take your time. And you're allowed to use a calculator at the end. On the quiz, you're not supposed to be using a calculator, but at the end, check your answers, okay? Check your answers. It's all right to check your work at the end. So if you have this calculator, which was recommended from you, the negative sign is here, okay? And 8 plus 2. So once you're done with the worksheet, go back with your calculator and see if you made any mistakes. Let's try this one. 2 plus a negative 9, okay? That's a positive negative. They're different. I have to subtract. 9 minus 2 is 7. I circle the larger number, which has a negative, and I put that negative together. Okay, a lot of them, I'm trying to see a different example. Okay, let's look at number 13. Okay, I have a negative 1 plus a negative. They are same. You can even write same here, because when they're the same, 1 plus 6 is 7, and you take the negative, okay? So that's just a little trick. You can even circle your answers, keep yourself organized. Okay, so when they're the same, you just add. And let's look at this one. 8 plus 9, this is basic math. Okay, they're both positive. They're the same. Okay, 8 plus 9 is 17. You can even circle your answer. Okay, so just take your time. Like this one is the same. So you're going to fill this out. You can fill out the puzzle if you want. Just show how I did here. Just show me your answers. And just go straight down. Once again, once you were done, you can use a calculator to check your answers, but a calculator cannot be used on the quiz. So page 60 and page 59 has to be submitted on Google Classroom. Please take a picture of it, or you can use Kami.